I've actually started to develop something that is really easy for men, especially in their 40s and 50s, to develop. And that is learned helplessness. The idea of learned helplessness first came on my radar when I started to coach people in losing weight and getting fit and just changing their lives. And I found that lots of people have just given up trying. They've just stopped trying. In their minds, there is no point cracking on because nothing is ever going to change. They are destined to be that person, that size, that unhealthy, with those physical abilities, putting on this particular size clothing, for the rest of their lives. Some people just thought, right, well, this is my lot. This is how it's going to be forever, and this is how I'm going to die. And to me, that's heartbreaking. But I've actually found myself developing those thought patterns over the last few months. So much has gone on in 2025, which I've spoken about before, from losing my business to my health taking a serious downturn, to the fact that there's just not as much money around, It was just, everything that I knew has changed, and by God, I've been working hard. I've been really, really paddling hard against the current so I don't get taken away by the flow, and barely making any progress, to the point where some days I literally thought, is it worth it? Is it worth even trying? Shall I just roll over for a little tummy tickle from life, get on my hands and knees and let life just shaft me? But I'm not programmed like that. In my previous life as a Royal Marines Commando, it's all about determination and resilience, and I won't give up like that. Despite the fact it was so hard, it's not in me. I must keep going, to my detriment sometimes. Sometimes I've literally gone down with the ship. I've been that determined with stuff. But, this was slightly different. And I think the biggest thing that helped, and maybe you can resonate with this, is the fact I just caught myself having those thoughts. Those thoughts of what's the point? Why even bother? I started to think about an experiment I heard about by a guy called Martin Seligman, right? He did this experiment. You may have heard about this already. You may have a better idea about it than I do, but he basically had a box that he put dogs in. And to start off with, he had two sides, a little small wall between the two boxes, and put a dog in there. And the floor was electrified. He could turn on and shock the dog. And at first the dog just jumped across the wall to the other side, and it was safe and it was happy. And the dog just carried on doing that. But then he changed the experiment up. And then he basically had it so that the whole floor was just electrified. And it didn't matter how many times the dog jumped over the wall, it just kept getting shocked. And eventually the dog just laid down and gave up trying. And I think that's how we get in life sometimes. We just stop trying. But the thing is, once that gets into your head, you start seeing it everywhere, and it almost becomes acceptable because it is everywhere. I look round, the minute I've got a bad ankle because I fell down a pothole, it's like the council have stopped trying to repair the potholes. Like there's just no point, It's like, and it's literally everywhere you look. But so is success. So are your wins. So the first step is to kind of catch yourself developing this learned helplessness. The second step is to tell yourself, this is bollocks. Like this is just the universe trying to smother you down, trying to push you down. Like it doesn't have to be this way. And although it might not be easy, you're not destined for this. You've got every opportunity that all of us have. I've got every opportunity that all of us have. But just thinking that there's no point, that's not going to get me anywhere. Michael Jordan said that you miss 100% of the shots you never take. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like you've got to be taking shots. You've got to get up every day and you've got to take shots. Like you're just built for more than fucking lying down for a tummy tickle. Now there's ways that you can help energize yourself to take these big steps and to do these things. Like getting outdoors for me is one of them. You know, like I've got out here, beautiful, up on the top of this hill. The last thing I wanted to do with a bad ankle, but I was like, nah, I'm getting up there. I've come up to cut a Yule log for Christmas, you know, but also I've come up to taking that, the sunset. Do you know what today is? Today is the solstice. It's the shortest day of the year. And it's, for me, it's a marker in the sand. It's a line where this time next year, I can come to this very same spot and I can just look back at the progress I've made and just see what has changed. For the next year, I just want to start building momentum towards something good again. And I know I can do it. I know I can do it. Like I said, we've got all the opportunities that everybody's got. You know, we've just got to find the energy and keep going. And it's a lot like, you know, when we talk in terms of like momentum, it's very easy to get stuck in a rut where everything's going wrong and is negative. The same token, it's only a little switch to flip that and to start finding the wins, to start finding the things that you are doing well, the successes. For me, I'm less stressed. I'm connecting with people that are literally changing my life through this channel and this video. I'm doing things that's making me feel alive. The cold air on my massive lugs now makes me feel alive. And the view, I live 5 minutes from here. I've never been here. I've never been up here to take in this view. And it's incredible. It's just on my doorstep. I've never taken the time out to come and have a look at it. So getting out more is brilliant. Like I can feel momentum in amongst my family. Like a few months ago, me and my wife, we were literally on the verge of calling it a day. It's getting better. We're literally falling in love again. And a lot of that is because I am making time for the small things, the quiet coffee, the time, you know, sat, watching the sun go down. They're my thoughts. This is where I can process things. I can think about stuff. Even the deepest things that really trouble me. You know, I can think about it and work out how I feel about it. And I think that's a massive thing for a bloke to do. Whoosh. So this is it. Right. Excuse me. I'm going to spend another 15, 20 minutes up here and watch this sun go down. Because tomorrow starts a new, what kind of year is it? Celestial year? Or is that the moon? I don't know. Some kind of year. Because this is the shortest day of the year. Therefore, the longest night. And I'm actually really excited about next year. Tell me, what are you going to be changing, you know, and I'll be really keen to hear what you've got to say about it.